Good evening. It's Monday again. Back for another fun video. Tonight we're going to be jumping into slope. And the first thing I want to tell you is that something does not make sense, but it is what it is, and you're going to see it several times. You will never forget this equation. I want you to write it at the top, and we're going to be talking about it a lot. Okay? The equation is on the top of your notes. Write y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. If you remember from your builders a few weeks ago, we saw this. And what we're really going to be looking at today is the m. The m is slope. The m is slope. I don't know why it's m. I don't know why they didn't put S, but it's an M. So you're going to see it over and over and over. Y equals mx plus b, and m refers to the slope. So in algebra, or pre-algebra, because y'all are learning the stuff before algebra, we know that what really is the slope of the line is just the line, like how you did in last year in science, when you did distance time graphs, you could tell a lot by the slope of a line or how steep the line was. That's exactly what this is. When you break it down, it's the rise over the run. Okay, the rise means change in the y values, and the run means change in the x values. Okay, so I will show you exactly what that means as we look at this, but we're going to count. Here are some reminders. We count spaces, not lines, spaces. So don't just count the lines, but the spaces, because sometimes you might have a point in between the lines. Always reduce, if possible, because most of the time your slope is a fraction, and that is okay because you want it to be like that. So you have the rise number on the top and the run on the bottom. The slope is a fraction, and you ask yourself, WWSDS, okay, from our video today, what would slope dude say? What would slope dude say? So remember slope dude today. So let's look at this. The change in the y over the change in the x. So rise is up and down. When you rise, you go up in an elevator, or down an elevator, it's up and down. When you run, you don't run straight up and down. Like you run horizontally, a distance horizontally. You run on a surface. So run is always going to be from left to right. And that's why left to right is your x-axis. Your rise, your up and down, is your y-axis. So that's what we mean by the rise over the run. Okay? So we've been leading into this. We've been doing constant equals y over x. Well, so the same thing here. Slope is y over x. Change in your y over your change in your x. So here we have 2 points here. One here, we're going to make a point here. It's a nice point there on where the intersections, and another point there. Okay, so make those dots there on your. So let's do our slope, which is m equals, and we're going to make a fraction line here. We're going to put how much it rises over how much it runs. So we always start at the y-axis. Where does the line cross the y-axis? Well, it crosses right here at 1. So we rise 1 to get to the next point. We're trying to get from here to here. So we rise 1, that's our rise, and we run 1, 2, 3. 3, but this is like we're going backwards because this is forwards. This is all positive over here. This is all negative. This is positive up here. This is negative down here. Okay? So we're going to rise 3, but we're going to go to the left backwards. We're going to rise 1. We're going to go to the left backwards 3. So it becomes a negative 3. Because look, you're going from 0 to negative 3 on the x-axis. So that's a negative 3. Okay? So we rise from 1 to 2. That's 1. Change in y is 1. And negative 3. So we could tell here from this slope here, we look at our slope. Remember slope, dude? What was this? This is a nice negative slope. Well, is our fraction negative? Yes. This negative sign on the bottom makes the whole fraction negative. If there was a negative sign on the top, then those negatives would cancel out and it would be positive. Because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. Okay? So, but there's only one, so it's negative. So yes, it makes sense that our slope would be a negative. Okay? Alright, let's do the next one. Here's our line. Okay, it crosses here. And another point that it crosses here, let's just say the 3. Okay? So we're going to do our m equals, and we're going to make a line. Our change in y. There's no change in y. The line is completely flat and horizontal. It's not changing at all, so there's no, to get to this next, from this point to this point, there's no rise. So we're going to put a 0 there for the rise. It doesn't rise at all. It stays completely flat. And the run is 1, 2, 3. Okay? 3 to the left. So 0 divided by 3 is 0. 0 is your slope. Your m is 0. Okay? Remember today in our lines, a flat line, you remember what Slope Dude said? What would Slope Dude say? This is 0 fun. 0 fun. Skiing on a flat slope is 0 fun. Okay? Okay, let's look at this one. Here's our line here. There's no point where it crosses the y-axis. So we could even say right here, let's just say that line, there's no point where we'll just do it there, and you could pick any line where it crosses here, and let's say from here to here. So m equals, what's our change in our y? Does it rise any? Yeah, it does. From here to here we rise 1, 2. We rise 2 spaces. Okay? And our run, is it going anywhere left to right? No, it just goes straight up and down. So our run is 0. It's not run, there's no run at all to it. So 2 divided by 0. What's anything divided by 0? You can't do it. It's called undefined. You can't divide anything by 0. And if you remember from our slope dude today, any slope that's up and down, that last one, undefined. Undefined. Remember he fell off the slope? Undefined. Okay? Let's look at this last one. Ooh, it crosses the y-axis there at -4. And let's find another pretty point right here at that intersection. Do you see that? So we're going to do m equals, and we'll put a fraction line. Change in our y from this point, from where it crosses the y-axis, to this point. That's where we're traveling, from point to point. So it goes 1, 2, 3. That's our rise. Rise is 3. It goes from -4 to -1. And our run is +1. Like it's going to go from 0 on the x-axis to 1. So it's 3 over 1 is our slope. And we can simplify that to m equals 3. 3 over 1. Okay? And let's see here. This would be Remember? Puff, puff, positive. Puff, puff, positive. This is a puff, puff, positive slope, and it's good because our slope, our m, was a positive number. So we're going to stop there for tonight, and I'm going to teach you another thing tomorrow about slope, and then we will go on from there. Have a good night.